Hello, welcome to the Haverhill Heroes Awards for 2020. I'm Vanessa Wickham, Head Teacher of Castle Manor Academy, and I'm delighted to be here to introduce these awards. This is the 5th year that these awards have been running, set up in 2016 originally by Mrs. Stoneham, and we have continued this ever since. It's become part of Castle Manor history. So we are really delighted that we're offering a different version this year, as we're unable to do the live version, but we're still capturing all of the essence of celebrating local people and the fantastic things that they do. Really enjoy it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Nyberg and I'm Team Leader for Performing Arts and Catering at Castle Manor. So at this point in June, students are usually getting ready for the Haverhill Heroes event down at the Arts Centre. All students in Year 7 would have prepared and contributed in some way to this event during their rotation lessons. Many would have been spending their lesson time rehearsing performances in dance, drum or music to provide some of the entertainment. Those in catering would have been making and serving canapes to our guests on arrival, and those art students would have been preparing table decorations. However, in the unusual times that we've got right now, this year we've decided to ask the students to contribute to the event by making or creating something at home in addition to their online learning. We asked that all entries reflected our theme of heroes and kindness, but could take on any creative form that the student wished. We had lots of lovely entries from students in Year 7, and I'm proud to be able to showcase some of these within the video. I also want to say well done and thank you to all those that did send a response in to me. You really did rise to the challenge. I really enjoyed seeing them all and can't wait to see them in the video.
In the recent pandemic, we haven't been able to do things as normal. However, there have been no shortages of local heroes. I'm Miss Haynes and I've been working with 7M on their Haverhill Heroes speeches. It wasn't easy, but I eventually managed to narrow it down to just 3. Let's hear Shilpa Karumathil, Riley Brown and Jisan Monroe's speeches now. Who they nominated and their reasons why. Enjoy.
Sudar Jayan, age 41, is a frontline NHS key worker who is a manager of an elderly patient's ward. She is selfless and always puts others before herself and is a kind and generous woman. Sudar is such a kind-hearted, affectionate, generous and selfless nurse. Recently, she has gone to work through this difficult time, helped her elderly patients who are in danger to this high-risk virus, and has bought supplies for others like family members or friends and neighbours. She not only takes good care of her family, but takes also very good care to her staff and patients to make sure they are all right. Therefore, I think that she should be voted for. Another reason why Sudar deserves this award is that she makes her family members' lives less lonely. She FaceTimes her mother, who is by herself in another country, to make sure she is well and all right. She makes fun games and ideas to entertain her children, but also sends fun pictures and videos of what she is doing to other family members to cheer their day up. In my opinion, she is a loving, sympathetic, big-hearted, all-round amazing mother and friend to me and others. Please vote for Sudar Jayan because she has been helping the country out with its current situation as an NHS staff and has been kind enough to help others in need and people who feel lonely or down.
Joanne Brown, aged 38, is a brilliant and caring person. During lockdown, she started making magnets for free to help people feel better and has been doing things like this since before lockdown. Joanne is nice, thoughtful and kind. Recently, they have raised $220 to buy sensory equipment for a disabled baby. They've also spent £100 on art supplies in an old people's home. Another reason why is that she does random giveaways to help people out and is overall very kind. In my opinion, she is one of the most determined and kind people I know. Please vote for Joanne because she betters the earth. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jisan. I'm 12 and I'm in 7M at Castle Manor Academy, and I've nominated Janet Monroe. Janet, aged 63, is a wonderful woman. Every morning, Janet goes to my next door neighbour's house, Laurel, every morning to care for her and is therefore a kind and helpful person. Janet is a warm-hearted, compassionate and an attentive individual. Not only does she care for this lady, but she also buys her shopping and supplies Laurel with her money to go out. Janet often takes her on trips to the hospital for leisure activities and much more. She is a busy bee, and I imagine that everyone would want someone as wonderful caring for their elderly relatives. Another reason why she should receive this award is because overall she is an amazing person with so much energy for her age, still continuing to do this role after doing it for a long time and with the same level of passion as when she started. In my opinion, she is one of the most considerate people I know in this world, and I love being around her. I beg everyone in this community to vote for Janet because she needs to be recognised as an amazing carer. Thanks for listening.
And the winner is Sudar Jayan, nominated by Shilpa Karumathil. Congratulations. So next, let's hear from the shortlisted students from 7A. These students wrote some impressive speeches on some very inspirational people. These are Casey Payne, Kelsey Camis, and Ethan Bolton. I hope you're all as moved listening to these as I was reading them.
Chelsea Perman, aged 12, is an amazing pupil who attends Castle Manor Academy. She cares for her disabled little brother Arlo. She is kind, friendly and a loving person, the most helpful girl in the world. These qualities are why I feel she should win the Haverhill Heroes award. She deserves to win this because she puts everyone else before herself, like caring for her younger brother. There is just something about her that screams kindness and optimism. No matter what she's going through at home, she always has a really big smile on her face. Somehow she manages to help her family around the house alongside everything else she does. For example, schools, sports and caring. Another reason why Chelsea deserves to win this award is because she is also an amazing friend. She helps you through everything and will never let you down. I've chosen Chelsea as she is a selfless and special human being. I am in awe that she really helps her brother, and I am also very lucky to call her my friend. Please vote for Chelsea Perman, she really deserves it.
Hello, I'm Kelsey Camis. I have nominated Vicky Spencer as a Haverhill hero. Vicky works for the NHS. She also gives up her own time to help neighbours and other people. Vicky is caring, selfless and well-mannered. All of the reasons why she deserves to win. When my mum ended up with a screw in her head while carrying bits of wardrobe down the stairs, Vicky took her to A&E and waited with her until she'd been seen. They got home around 5 in the morning. Not only was she kind with this specific incident, but whenever she's going shopping, she asks if we need anything. She helps my sister when she's feeling down too. Vicky also offered to take my cat to the vet in Bury St Edmunds late at night, and for the day organised a party where everyone could celebrate, socially distancing of course. In my opinion, she's extremely helpful and exceptionally generous. Vicky deserves to be appreciated for always being so willing to help everyone. I think you should vote for Vicky because of her helpful nature, without being asked to and even on her days off.
Mr. Mason is an all-round nice person who helps pick up litter in the community. He is a kind, helpful and wonderful person who organises litter picks for the Haverhill community to get involved in, which is why he deserves to win. Recently, he has been picking up litter in his own time to help with the community's waste problems. Another reason why Mr. Mason deserves to win is because he is really kind to his tutor group and classes. In my opinion, he is cheerful, a nice person to be around, and his smile brightens up even the darkest of spaces. Please vote for Mr. Mason because he is making a positive contribution on our community.
And the winner is Chelsea Perman, nominated by Casey Payne. Well done.
As Miss Haynes has already mentioned, our current climate has unveiled many heroic individuals who selflessly devote their time to others. I was incredibly impressed with the speeches that I received from 7N, and it took me a while to whittle it down to just these three. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Harry Ridlington, Isabel Johnston, and Alfie Parker. Good evening. Unfortunately, Harry was not able to record his speech, so I, Miss Towers, his English teacher, am going to read it for him. It is with great pleasure that I would like to nominate Miss Edie for the Castle Manor Haverhill Heroes Act of Kindness Award. I have chosen to nominate Miss Edie as she introduced me into Castle Manor and helped me a lot in those first coming months. Starting a new school after such a difficult summer was extremely daunting. When I was feeling sad and alone, Miss Edie made herself available and was a much needed support. I felt very worried about going into school some days and not being with my mum, but Miss Edie helped give me somewhere to go and someone to talk to if I was feeling worried. She has also supported me when I couldn't concentrate in lessons. She was so kind to me, and although I don't feel the need to visit her much anymore, I won't forget the kindness that she showed me when I needed it the most. She's always very busy helping lots of children throughout this whole school with whatever challenges they are facing, but she always has a smile on her face and makes everyone feel so much better. I'm sure lots of Castle Manor students have lots of nice things to say about Miss Edie, and it's not just me who she has helped. Miss Edie has really positively impacted what was a rocky start at Castle Manor for me, so I really feel that she deserves the award for her amazing kindness and for her support.
Carl Minot, aged 44, is an illustrator for his books, and in his spare time he is a skateboarder. As a matter of fact, he used to be a student of Castle Manor Academy. During lockdown, Carl has been very happy and upbeat. He has tried to show people cheer when they've been tired, bored or glum. This makes him a kind person because he wants to know if everyone is okay and if anyone needs some support. Another reason why Carl deserves this award is that he does a fun drawing workshop on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. His workshop is for people at any age, and his goal is to try and teach others how to draw using regular shapes. I love his workshop because recently I've learnt new drawing skills and learnt a little bit about animals and nature. This helps me and other people relax our brains after a long day. I chose Carl because he is an all-round kind and generous person. Vote Carl Minot. I would love for Carl to receive the identification he truly deserves.
Simon Parker, 47, is an employee who works in Sanofi, Haverhill, Suffolk. He is a hard-working man who gives up his time for his 2 children and of course his wife to save lives. This hero of a man is my dad. My dad is committed to his job every day and through the night. He has kept working through these horrid times and hasn't taken a day off, except his birthday and his anniversary. He saves life by making medicine to people that are ill. Another reason why this hero deserves the award is that outside of work he's the most caring and funniest person I have ever met. He's kind and generous towards others. My dad is the type of person that lifts spirits up when you're feeling down. I remember one time when I was feeling down in the dumps, my dad lifted up my spirits by making really funny jokes. Another time when I was not in the best of moods, my dad pretended he was a Play-Doh machine. He has a missing tooth, so he decided to push mashed potato through it, and he came out like a spiral. Again, this made me chuckle and made me forget about whatever was on my mind. So please vote for my dad, Mr. Simon Parker, so he gets the recognition he deserves.
And the winner is Miss Claire Edie, who was nominated by Harry Ridlington. Congratulations.
Really enjoyed working on Haverhill Heroes this year with our Year 7s, even though the situation is different and they've been sending in their nominations and speeches remotely. Like Miss Towers and Miss Haynes has said, actually the situation in the outside world has shaped massively how we view kindness and acts of kindness and what heroes really mean to us. And that's reflected in the work that I've had from 7.0. Lots of students in 7.0 nominated their friends for being great friends and being heroes to them in that way. And I think that shows how much we've leaned on each other through lockdown and the pandemic. The 3 speeches that have been chosen come from 7.0 come from Gracie Birch, Lewis Fox and Dylan Learmouth.
I want to nominate Bethan Pumphrey for the Kindness Award. She has been a fantastic friend to me since we were really young. We met when I was 10 months old when her mum was my childminder, and we've become closer and closer over the years. Bethan is an amazing, generous person, and she always puts others before herself. She does not hesitate when it comes to helping someone when they need it. She also volunteers to help her dad at work with his landscape gardening and looks after her grandma who lives in her family home purely because she enjoys helping people. Bethan helps with keeping local areas tidy, including East Town Park, and enjoys helping to organise events such as the Halloween Trail, where she has helped out for the past few years, acting as a guide, answering questions and helping to direct people where to go. She has introduced me to some of her friends, which has helped to develop my independence and widen my social group. Bethan is always at the end of the phone if I need to chat about something, and she never judges me. Bethan is a fantastic role model for everyone, and I think it's time for her to be recognised for her kindness.
Sue Williams, aged 62, has been a nurse for 43 years and was one of the top nurses at Adam Brooks Hospital, where she ran the intensive care department. She is a caring person who has saved lots of people's lives. Due to her age and health issues, she now only goes into the hospital a couple of days a week. However, due to COVID-19, she has been unable to go in and help at all because of self-isolation. She is a kind and helpful neighbour of mine. When I was younger, I saw Sue a lot, but due to school, I have only seen her occasionally. However, due to Happy Clappy Thursday, I have seen her a lot more recently. When I do see her, she always asks what I am doing and how I'm getting on. Sue Williams is a loving, caring and kind person. The life of Frida was saved by Sue on Sunday the 24th of May. Frida, a very elderly and fragile lady, had choked on a piece of tea cake. Sue selflessly came rushing over, ignoring her own safety and self-isolation. She saved Frida's life with CPR and all of the nursing skills obtained over a long career. She kept on doing CPR, blowing oxygen into Frida, which was risky with COVID-19 going around. Sue courageously and bravely put Frida's life before her own. Later on, ambulances, even an air ambulance, arrived. They told Sue that she had saved Frida's life. Sue saw Frida placed into the ambulance and rushed to hospital. Another reason why Sue should win the award is that she decided to carry on with her job and help people heal because she loves doing it. She wants to help and do as much as she can for our community. After suffering from COVID-19 and self-isolation for 3 weeks, she was determined to get back to work and help people. Unfortunately, due to her ongoing health problems, after returning to work, she was told not to work and she should not have been working. In my opinion, she should win the award because she chose not to retire. Instead, she has shown professionalism and resilience. All she wants to do is to help people and care for them. She likes to see people make a full recovery. She's a valued member of our society. Please vote for Sue Williams. She deserves our recognition. Thank you for listening.
To nominate the National Health Service. If you don't know who they are the 5th largest employer in the world. They were founded in 1948 and advocated free medical care for all citizens regardless of their wealth or class. This point reflects my reason for this nomination. They have shown me that even if someone doesn't have a house or money, their team will still take care of you. During this invisible war, we have been relying on them to help the infected residents of a bonded society. By bonded, I mean we are interlinked even if we don't know each other. That had to be put into ICUs. Equality, kindness and determination all matter. Even after all this is over and we are reunited, even in unfamiliar ways than we are used to, we will still remember that the key workers put all of their efforts into serving us with all of our necessities, and the National Health Service cured all of the patients that came in with the invisible invader inside them. Pause. The true reason why I nominated the NHS for Haverhill Heroes isn't for a singular member of staff. That's right, I'm nominating all of the people who work there and their efforts during this time to lower the infection and death rate. However, to receive this award on behalf of all her colleagues in the NHS, I would like to nominate Jenny Wilkinson.
And the winner is Sue Williams, as nominated by student Lewis Fox.
And now we come to our final set of inspiring speeches. These speeches were produced by members of 7R, and they evoked feelings of pride and appreciation from me when I read them. All of the speeches that I received from this class were beautifully emotive, so it was a challenge to choose just 3. I hope that you too enjoy the wonderful words about these heroic figures from Bethany Roosby, Ethan Knight and Poppy Moore.
Vanessa Whitcomb, a head teacher at Castle Manor Academy, is a person who has kept the school open for those whose parents are key workers and had to work on certain days. Vanessa is kind, caring and open-hearted to everyone she meets. Recently, she ordered pizza for students on some Fridays. The students felt happy and thankful for this. Another reason why she deserves this award is because she does online group assemblies during lockdown. This is a good thing because the students can see each other again and maybe even make new friends. In my opinion, I think Vanessa Wickham should win this award for being such a great teacher and leader to us all. COVID-19 has caused great anxiety for many, but she has made this strange period much easier for lots of us. Therefore, please vote for Vanessa so she can get the praise that she deserves. Thank you.
Daniel Heath is a family friend and I have known him since I was born. He used to babysit me when I was young. Daniel is a very fit and active person. Previously, he has run the London Marathon for Scope and the Make-A-Wish charity. He loves doing fitness activities to raise money for charities, which proves that he is a selfless, kind man. Daniel has raised £5,000 between the charities. Earlier this year, Daniel changed his job. Unfortunately for him, he changed jobs just at the start of lockdown, meaning he is not entitled to be furloughed from his old job. Daniel did not want to sit around and do nothing in the lockdown, so decided to volunteer for the NHS responders. Part of the NHS responders' work is chatting to people in isolation. Daniel has spent his time collecting shopping and chatting to the vulnerable people who are unable to leave their homes. Sometimes just giving them some reassurance that they are not completely alone makes the world of a difference to their day. I have chosen Daniel because he is kind and he has always thought about others before himself. This includes wiping tears from my face when I fell over as a young child. So please, vote for Daniel so that his kindness is publicly celebrated and rewarded.
Patrick Hanlon, aged 73, is a Haverhill town councillor. Pat helps autistic families especially, and he knows a lot about girls with autism. Pat is a selfless, all-around amazing, polite person, which is why he deserves this award. He helps to get Churchill School established in Haverhill, and he was governor there for years. This school is only for children with autism. There are only 3 of these schools in the whole country. Another reason why Pat deserves this award is that he will do anything for anyone if he can, and he always helps people in his community. He was once town mayor of Haverhill and he helps to look after us all. I choose Pat because for his age, he still does what he can and he never lets anyone down. He has changed the lives of so many people positively. So vote for Councillor Patrick Hanlon because he deserves it.
And the winner is Mr. Daniel Heath, who was nominated by Ethan Knight. Congratulations.
Well, here we are. We've reached the end of our show, and I just want to congratulate everybody that's been nominated and also everybody that's been involved. Pulling together a virtual show is really, really hard work, as we're learning all the time how to do things a little bit differently, but we show that resilience that we have in our school values. So our values, we work hard, we're kind, we're proud, really have shone out in this video, and I'm incredibly proud of everybody that's involved. We do have one last nomination, nominated by one of our staff members, with a particular contact with Castle Manor due to the work that this man has done to raise money for a particular charity that's very close to our heart. I'll hand over to Mr. Gardner.
Over the course of lockdown, Andy Palazzon has raised well over £30,000 for the Joshua Tarrant Trust. This weekend it looks scheduled to break £40,000. And how has he done this? Simply by DJing in his kitchen. The Disco Kitchen, as it's become known, has become the staple of many Haverhillians' weekends over the lockdown period. As we know, many charities have found themselves on a knife edge over the lockdown period, given how the coronavirus has affected their fundraising efforts. The hard work of Andy and all those involved in the Disco Kitchen has meant that this is not the case for the Joshua Tarrant Trust. They've recently been featured on the BBC News for their efforts to recognise what they've done. I know that Sean and Denise, Josh's parents, will be eternally grateful for all the efforts from everybody involved, given how much the charity really means to them. And behind all of this, Andy has been the rock. His efforts have not only affected the hundreds of people in town who have watched and tuned into the Disco Kitchen sessions, but also the children affected by brain tumours which the Joshua Tarrant Trust looks after, and their families. He's created, in the darkest of times, a true local community because of Andy and his hard work. It's for these reasons that I believe that Andy should be recognised for a Haverhill Hero Award. Joshua was one of our own at Castle Manor, and I believe that Andy's work towards the Joshua Tarrant Trust truly deserves to be recognised as a Haverhill hero.
And so all that remains is to say a big thank you again from me and from all of our school community, and a congratulations for all of our winners and our nominees. It really is very, very special to be able to share this event with you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.